what I am saying, Veena to Revti, that these are the three protocols through which we are going to integrate or onboard that application in our Okta side. Okay. So
Okay.
firstly, these protocol which you are seeing over here, majorly all of the applications are having certain kind of methods to onboard that area. Okay, for by these protocols, some of the
Oh,
application you can see only SAML, some of the applications you are seeing only SWA kind of
mhm.
functionality they are having, and some of the application you see three or four kind of functionality for onboarding. Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
in with the Okta. So right
Okay.
now we can do with this application three of the functionality. That's why I choose this click data one. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
firstly, we need to integrate that application. So how we can go? We can click on add integration. Click over there, add integration,
Okay.
and name this application. Firstly, this application label, it is saying that what kind of application, what the application name it is. So we can mark it clicks data hyphen SWA. We are making this application as SWA based. Okay.
Okay.
So it required a base URL. Now what exactly the base URL? Base URL for your application. Okay.
Okay.
So we need to give that our base URL for this application.
So this is enough, right?
Yes, yes, yes. That is enough. So base URL basically means where exactly our user wanted to land. Okay.
Hmm.
So that is becoming our base URL. Or either you can just give only your LSV digitally that is you can also give. That is also work. Okay. Not to give
Else,
dot click data. Yeah.
okay.
It will,
Elsquerydigital.com. Is that
yeah,
enough?
that is also enough. Yeah. Or we can
Okay.
check later. If it is not going to work, we can put that thing only. Okay.
Okay. Maybe I think here they have mentioned that
Yeah, they
company.
mention yes.
Okay.
Total company name, and sometimes you can give only that URL. That is also fine. And
Okay.
over there, enter your base URL. For example, if your login is like this thing, enter
Mm-hmm.
http colon the company name.com. Okay, that is
Mm-hmm.
fine. And the next thing it is like application visibility. So application visibility means like your end user can see this application on their dashboard or not. So that
Okay.
is showing over here. Okay, and so
Mm-hmm.
that is called as application visibility. So we want
Yeah.
that our team member
But
should visible.
what is the use of not displaying it on their dashboard? Like how, in what kind of situation they hide it? Like
What
what is
kind
the
of situation? Yeah, majorly the thing it is these guys are such onboarded, and the thing it is they onboarded those applications, they assign those application to some of that user. Okay, but
okay?
somehow according to the requirement, if they are billable on certain kind of project, some authorization it is to be there or something,
Mhm.
so they can hide some application kind of things from that location. Okay, so they are
Oh,
not giving, but at the time of the work or something, they can open that thing for them to visualize that area and start working authenticating yourself. Okay, like
okay.
the things we are having in the backend. What the thing, like we are having assigned 10 applications. Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow we are not supposed to work on 10 application. Okay, in the first go. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we have supposed to work only 5 application, but the
Oh,
integration work and assignment work is already done for us in the initial phase. Okay,
okay.
then if it is a work is supposed to come, they are giving some visibility part or accessibility or assignment of the group part to work. So that is the thing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that is one more thing. And SWA also provide browser plugin. Okay, auto submit. So that
Okay.
is automatically login. So I told you this SWA work with the browser plugin. Okay,
Mm,
so
yeah.
that is majorly required. So that's why
So
it is
it
to be active.
also cache the credentials. So this is
Yes,
what
yes.
that
Yeah,
right?
so it is taken all these things. The browser plugins will take all this information, bypass that information to that particularly landing page of that user. Okay,
Okay.
so that is kind of activity is going to be taken care by that thing. So we create one application for ourselves. We gave it the name. Okay, we gave the base URL where exactly the user wanted to land, and this information is given by the application team to you. This base URL. Okay, what
Okay.
exactly their base URL. Okay,
Okay.
so that information you can't because right now we are doing or we are
By
supposed to
ourselves, yeah.
Yeah. So we are playing a role right now as a Okta team or as a application team. Both the role we are playing right now. Okay.
Mhm.
So now click on next.
So this is okay.
No, there is an error.
Okay.
Just make it remove it. Backslash. Yeah. I think it is again showing error. Yeah, it's
That's
work. Okay. Okay. So in sign-on option requirement, it is saying that which method you are supposed to choose. Okay,
okay.
right now it's a administrator kind of activity we are doing. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So administrator having or visualize that kind of things, like for this user kind of things, like user set username and password at the first time he is supposed to
Mm.
jumping on that application. Either administrator set the username and password, but it's not
Okay.
kind of
Recommend.
activity the administrator will do. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Similarly, administrator can't set the username and set user password. Again, it is not be done by that administrator. Okay. But in the some case, like the things we are having the third party user or something, so we can give
Mm-hmm.
it. But for full-time employees or something, we can't give it to them. Some of the
Mm-hmm.
scenarios we can circulate these kind of information for immediate basis. Okay. Where
Mm-hmm.
we are having 2 days kind of activities is to be taken care by any guest is coming to your organization, the client and all, he wanted to view or showcase that environment. So we can give him 2 days of the access accordingly. Okay. We give
Okay.
them the temporary password so he can work. Okay. This is
Mm.
just for the view part. So generally we are supposed to select that administrator set username and password is the same as the user Okta password it is to be there. Okay.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
is going to be work. So username it is fine enough, like what exactly the username it is. We are
Okay.
not doing in this application any SAML or OIDC kind of activity. So that's why these are disabled. We are not choosing this thing in our option side. We are choosing only SWA. So that's why we selected in the top SWA. Okay, in the
Okay.
options.
Mm.
Okay, secure web
Okay.
authentication.
Okay.
Now the things come with that the credential details. So how this Okta username is going to be circulate on that application side? That is on that the Okta username side we are supposed to choose. Okay, like your name it is to be there. So that will become your username. So Okta is taking as an email address or the username for that user. Okay,
Okay.
so generally we are using Okta username because our identities sit inside in the Okta. Then
Mm-hmm.
we are choosing that the Okta username, which is going to be circulate on those applications area. And sometimes we are authenticating our user with that email, some of the
Mm.
prefix. Okay, some of the time we are using both the things, username and prefix and all. Okay, so it's depend how you are supposed to be in authenticate your user. Like
Okay.
if you say some of the area in the onboardation of that the Okta side on that area, you are already been authenticated in Okta or you are jumping on that application side. So
Mm-hmm.
if that login screen will pop up, so you generally type your only username, the prefix part, not your at the rate something kind of activity. Okay,
Okay.
that domain name you are not supposed to give. You are give
Mm.
only your username. So
Okay.
username and the password you are trying to this, then you are easily authenticate that part. So that is the thing. Okay, so we
So
are using
now,
Okta username.
okay. But usually in the Okta username, we give this email address, right? So,
Yes, yes, we are supposed to give the email address. So it's that's why I'm saying it is all up to you. For the application part, generally we use the email. You can
okay.
also change it to the email also because it depends on how this application team wanted to log into you in that area. Okay, so
Okay.
that is the thing. Just change it for the application username format as an email.
Okay.
Create and update basically means whenever we are creating or updating the user profile or something in Okta side, that is going to be updated on the application side. Okay, that
Okay.
is generally that part. So just make it create and update, that is fine, whatever the things as it earlier. Password reveal, we don't allow. User used to security see the password. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
that is kind of thing. Now click on done. This is a small integration of the SWA side. Okay.
Okay. Is there any error or something?
No, 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 nothing. It's not going to click done.
Yeah. Yes.
Why? Let me check on my end. Just wait a minute. Go back to the previous screen.
Okay.
Is everything fine there?
Can't I go like this? Maybe it got stuck or something.
Might be.
No, it's
Can you ping me or okay, no problem.
why it is showing that it is getting loaded or something.
Just wait a minute. Might be taking side sometime network causing issue. Yeah, it's created. From your end, it
Sorry,
is not. Yeah,
what
the
like what
page
did
is
you say?
no, the page it's taking time. The page load.
Okay, but
Like and
how
just
you how
answer.
did you say that it is created? Like you're checking
No.
something.
Hmm. So I did that same kind of activity in the journal part. I just
Oh,
taken as an example. Okay. In
okay,
sign on page, again, I use this kind of things, administrator and
okay,
email I had choose and click on done. So that's why I'm
okay,
saying it is done. So might be loading due to internet connectivity might be that part. Okay.
okay,
You can add this application again so it will work. No problem. Okay.
okay, okay.
So once this we have supposed to click on done. So this screen will pop up. Okay. This
Mm-hmm.
kind of a screen. This screen basically tells that user authentication also. Okay. How the user is going to be authenticated in that application. Okay.
Okay.
So in that application method, the by default we are having one policies. Okay. Two-factor authentication method is applicable in every kind of authentication area. This authentication policy comes by default. What
Mm-hmm.
exactly inside it is the story of authentication policy we will cover up later on in our authentication area. Okay. So in that two-factor authentication basically means one is our credential, the password we are trying to enter, and second thing is our OTP. OTP in terms of like Okta verify. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Either we have the push notification, either we have to enter the code something. So that is the two-factor authentication. So that policy having two-factor authentication for authenticating the user, whether he is entering in this application. Okay. So it is stating that part. Second part, it is like the import. So import means basically what kind of user you are to wanted to import in that application. Okay. Either from that the CSV side you are importing or either you are having certain kind of users. Okay. So right now we don't have user for importing from our CSV side. So we are not supposed to choose that thing. We are going to assign some user in my this application. Okay. Like what exactly the things we are doing over here. We have one application we wanted to integrate in Okta. Correct. So we check with our application team. Let's give me, I'll give you the complete scenario. So that is applicable of every integration. Okay, not only this SW integration, it is applicable for each and every application. Okay, so what happened basically? Okay, so the thing it is, we do have one Okta team and we have one application team. Okay, we are having two teams. So because we wanted to integrate application like this over here is the click data. We wanted to integrate in Okta. Okay. So at the time of first stating or having a conversation with the application team, so we can ask them, we can ask some of the questionnaires related to that application, like which protocol this application is support, which protocol supports. Okay. So they will ask you either SWA, SAML, or OIDC. These are support. This application supports. Okay. So we can check in our OIN network side, Okta integration network. Either this application it is to be there or not. If it is there, that is fine. If it is not there, we need to custom application creation. We can add application basically in Okta. Okay, with this name. Okay. So right now we are doing the SW area. Okay, what information we required on that side? We required, he will give you the endpoint URL or base URL to configure it. Configure in Okta. Okay, they will give it to you like www.acme.com something. Okay, whatever. So they will give it to you. Next thing it is to be there. We need to tell that application team that so application is already been there. So that Okta team tell that, or either the application team tell that, let's go with that the test user. Okay. So we wanted to check if the integration is fine. So how we can check the integration is working fine? So we can test with the test user. So this application team create one test user and create his account in click data. So like uh, Karan at the rate acme.com. This is the user. This is the test user we created in our application side. Okay. The similar kind of user we are supposed to give in the Okta side. We are giving a username. Okay. Karan.acme.com. Okay. Might be that the same user Okta team give it to that the application team. Okay. To testing purpose. Because application team wants to whom we are going to test this application. So they are supposed to create this their account in that application, Acme or Click Data application. They're going to create an account of this user over here in the Click Data. Okay. So Okta side integration is done, everything is done. So we are supposed to assign some of that user under that application. Okay. So whatever the user we are going to assign for that application, so these users are going to be work on those application. Correct? Like over the things. If you wanted to work on Zoom application, like take a current situation, you wanted to work in the Zoom application. Correct? So how you are supposed to work in that application? Some of the team member from Okta side, they will assign your profile to Zoom. Okay? They are assigning with this application, Zoom application in your portfolio. Okay? Zoom it is to be there. They are assigning one application in your portfolio. Portfolio means end user dashboard of Okta. Okay. Once you click this application is assigned to you, you wanted to work on that side, you need to click on that application, or either you are authorized or not authorized, that is going to be checked by that the Zoom application. Okay. So that is the thing that at the time of integration we need to kept in mind. So and what I'm trying to say that this application is completely blank over here. There is no such user. Okay. So we wanted to test some user we wanted to see this application is exactly working or integrated with Okta or having some issue. Okay, we need to check with some of the test user. That's why we need to assign some user from our dashboard area. Okay, so if you are going to assign some user in a way that let's say it's a test user. I assigning Revati for this application area. So Revati having a authentication on those application. Okay. So we are going to check either she is authorized to get access on those applications area or not. Okay. For that purpose, what we need to do, we need to create a Revati account over in that application also. Okay. So you already did. Veena is already did this part. She created one of the account in that area in the click data. So that is becoming a test account, or you can say that administrator account it will become. Now from Okta side, you need to assign that application to yourself. Okay. To test either it is working or not. Okay. Let's share your screen. It is done, Veena. Now you need to assign some user who can work on this application. But
Okay.
firstly, you should assign that user as an administrator who is administrator on the click data also. Okay. Just
Okay.
assigning yourself that
Okay.
application. So this is
Oh,
the one way we are assigning user to that application. Okay. Now
okay.
you can go to your end user dashboard. So refresh this page, only this page, the previous page. Sorry.
Okay.
Tab,
This
tab.
one.
Yeah,
This one.
refresh. Yeah, refresh. So this is your end user dashboard. So you can see one application is assigned to you.
Okay.
Similar way, whether you are working in Okta project, there are couple of application which is assigned to you. Okay.
Okay.
If you are not an admin, okay,
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
admin perspective, they will give you an admin button. If you are the only read-only user or working on application side on operations kind of activity or any kind of activity, reviewing part activity, administrator activity, might be they will just give you that the application access or you for your working. Okay. Now what we need to say, what we need to do now, we onboarded application, we integrated application, we assign that application to one of that user. Now user wanted to go ahead and check either she is authenticating on that application or not. Okay. Now click on click data. Yeah. So now what the next thing? This is the SW based application. So SW
Mm-hmm.
based application means we require the plugin, browser
Oh,
plugin. So that is asking us to install that plugin for this browser. Okay. Now click on install, add to the Chrome, add extension. Firstly, plug your cable.
yeah. So the
So
new
yeah,
plugin.
just click on that bookmark over there, the extension over above, not here, above.
Bookmark.
No. This extension, Okta extension, it is to be there, na?
Sorry,
Okay,
what?
firstly cancel it. Cancel it.
Okay.
You
This one.
see, no. You see where it is mentioned all bookmarks.
Okay, here. Okay.
Above that, there is a extension symbol just beside it. No. Just
This one.
beside that. Yes, this is that the extension
Ah.
symbol. Okay, so you see Okta browser plugin, just pin down. Okay, pin it.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
now click again over there in that bookmark. Oh, sorry, extension. Sorry,
Okay.
no, just beside one, not this one, beside one.
This one.
Yeah, this is your Okta bookmark. So it is
Okay.
asking you. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this bookmark is kept asking you, you are entering in this area, just sign in first. Okay, so that
Okay.
Okta with your Okta account. So each and
Mm-hmm.
every user who is supposed to, this is the only first time activity. Okay, so each
Okay.
time when the user as an administrator who is supposed to get authenticated on that the XWA side with the help of some Okta browser or this plugin area. Okay, those plugin it is going to be required for each browser. So browser wanted to authenticate. Okay, yeah, that is done. Okay, click on cross symbol, cross above one cross. Yeah,
This one,
cancel
right?
it. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so this is your main screen basically. Okay, for working. So now you wanted to get inside the click data application. Now click again. So what will happen? You can see. Okay, the
Okay.
Okta browser plugin take your information because you sign in already and land it to
Ah,
you in the click data application directly.
okay.
Okay, this is how this
So
browser
this will
plugin.
not, so after this integration, will it allow me to log in through the portal, or like, I mean, once this is integrated, it will not
Mhm.
allow through this browser to log in via this. I mean,
Just cancel this browser. Sign out from this browser. Sign out. No,
oh,
no, sign
sorry,
out.
I just cancelled it. Sorry.
No problem, no problem. You can
Okay.
sign out from this area.
Okay. I'll just try it again.
No, no, that in the same window, same tab, there is a button uh, in your right
But
hand side. In your profile, sign out.
uh, okay, so this has redirected.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. You already sign out from that. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the application dashboard. Okay.
Hmm.
And that is which is you are trying to achieve from the Okta side, that is the IDPA side. You are trying to access that application. Okay. So obviously we are having two kind of area to access that application.
Hmm.
Either from that the application side, either from the our IDP area. So either like most of the guys who are working on the Okta profiles, Okta kind of projects. So they
Hmm.
can view their dashboard. Okay, they can view their dashboard, whatever the applications are be there. Okay, but
Okay.
somehow our end user is not might be having that Okta dashboard. Okay,
Hmm.
like client user, they are having only that application. So they know
Hmm.
that application URL and trying to enter there with domain username and they are authenticated. But they
Hmm.
don't know how in the backend how it is going to work. Okay,
Hmm.
so the backend kind of activity we already did on that the Okta side. Okay,
So
with
even
the
now, like now, I just have this URL.
okay,
Now
just
I'm
type,
trying.
yeah, try to enter your Okta username over here. Now this application knows you.
Okay.
The end user we cannot enter from the Okta side, right, Karan?
End user basically means from the Okta side, yes, we can do this thing, but the end user are some end user like have you created your account in LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly you are trying to enter? Your Google, Gmail,
Mm-hmm.
correct? So
Yeah.
the backend how this functionality works. The functionality works. Your credentials are checked by Google account first. Okay, in the backend, they will
Yeah.
give the permission to that application. This user belongs to me, and I
Mm-hmm.
already integrated with you. Okay, so let user sign in your area. Okay, then you are supposed to enter in the LinkedIn profile. Correct. This is
Yeah.
how in the backend is to be. So some kind of users what we are having, okay, they are supposed to use only that the and that applications only. They are not having the dashboard of Okta or something. Okay, they are
Mm-hmm.
directly jumping with that application and
Hmm.
try to authenticate their self by that entering their domain credentials over there. Okay,
Okay.
But I am
that,
trying my Okta credential here. It's not working. So
hmm, just enter. Yeah. What is answering? The email of the password you are invalid. You are entering the right credentials. Okay,
so is
just
it
wait.
like I have to give the actual credential of the application, or the Okta credential?
Which what credential you are supposed to given for this application at the time of creation? Some different credential you are supposed to.
I
I
think
mean,
she used Okta only, right? Okta password only she used for.
Yeah,
No, no.
like while,
I'm just asking, like, once you created this account in the click data, okay.
yeah, that's the
So,
different password. That's the
okay,
different
that
password.
is a different password you entered. Okay,
Yeah.
fine, 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 fine. That's why the thing it is because okay, just give it to your different password.
Okay.
Okay, now what will happen? You created your account with the username same. Okay, but in two different area you are entering two passwords. Correct? You
Yeah.
did this activity from Okta side, the different password, and from the application end, the different password. So
Yeah.
that's why the thing, because like you did this activity by yourself, but what exactly the application will team will do or perform? Okay, they
Mm.
wanted the user to authenticate via SSO. Okay, SSO means the single kind of credential is going to work. Okay, so
Mm.
from that practice, they are not supposed to create their password on the application side. Okay, they are supposed to assign that user over there in the application side. So at the time you integrate in Okta that user, the fourth option you selected. So you
Mm.
can unchange that area and mark it as your application password over there. So means like user set his password. Okay. So you can enter your user password over there. Okay. So through that way you can easily cross check and integrate yourself or authenticate yourself with the same credential you created over this application, not Okta one. Okay. Just go.
No, Karan, I didn't understand actually. The thing is,
Mhm.
we integrate it, and we are supposed to get the application via Okta itself here. So, I mean, like, how does it work, like in the
Mm,
organization?
That's why I'm saying to you what you did. You created one application, okay, click data
Yeah. Yeah.
with your work email
Hmm.
and enter with the different password
Okay.
because application also says you to change your password or something the password. But in the
Hmm.
Okta side, you are also having that the same profile username, but with the
Hmm.
different credentials. Correct?
Okay. Yeah.
This is the different credential and this is one of the different credentials. But
Yes.
what exactly on that application side, what happened?
Hmm.
We are trying to figure it out. The user is authenticated by his same credential. Okay. Same
Okay.
credential means the same credential which is supported by that Okta itself. Okay.
Okay.
Because
Mm-hmm.
user is authenticating by this area. This is the main IDP. This is the authoritative source, not this one. Okay.
Okay.
If user enter with the different credential or something, so it means that at the initial time we are configuring this user with different password. So this password is different, this password is different. So user should get confused which password I am need to understand or enter. Okay. For solving this practice, so Okta gives you that options over there, four options. Okay. If you go with the second or third option, it is stating that you need to create your password or assign or enter those password according to that application perspective. Okay. So on that time, you can enter that same password which you are having on that the application area, not with the Okta side. Okay, that will also work.
Okay.
Now it is fine. We are supposed to come on the basic side. Okay, two kinds of things are happening. One is that the IDP initiative. One is the SP initiative. Okay, IDP initiative means we are authenticated on Okta already. Okay, in our dashboard we are having the application. Correct. We are entering this application via this IDP. Correct. So the thing it is, whatever the things we are suggested for our Okta side user, that is applicable for this application. Okay. Either with their username and the password is going to be sync on this application. Okay. That is the one practice. Second practice is that my user is entered in the SP side. Okay. There is no Okta right now, no IDP involvement over here. He is entered with his username and the password. Okay. But what exactly he is trying to entering the username and password, there should be some domain specific, correct? At the rate something, the application. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So the domain, so that it is a domain specific username. So it's keep checking and authenticating with your domain side, because your ID is stored over here in the IDP. Okay, user profile. It's check on that area. It is be similar to that area or not. Correct. In your case, you are entering the password. This password is going to be in the backend is checked by that IDP. Okay, which is the password you are trying to figure it out with the Okta password in the first time you are entering. Okay, but over here this is a different password. So that's why you are not supposed to log in. Okay. But the thing it is over here, you already created the separate account you are created. It means that the user is separately created his account with some other credentials. So username and password should be different one. So that's why you're authenticating on that side. But on the backend side with the user Okta password, it's checking on that IDP side. It is not same. This password is not same. That's why you're not able to log in that area. You got my point. If you are not getting my point, I'll tell you one more time.
So is it
Like,
like initially
mm,
the application team will create the users on this application?
mm, yes, they are
Okay,
supposed to ask. They are supposed to ask which
okay,
kind of user you wanted to log in that in the specific application. So what they do, they will take the information of your user, which is the
okay,
user is the part of Okta. Okay,
okay,
they will take the information of that user, which user you wanted to test in our application. Okay,
okay,
so if any application wants me to test in their application, so they must create my account over there. Correct?
okay.
Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So they are going to create my account over there for like I want Salesforce application. They wanted Salesforce application or ServiceNow applications. Okay. So they are
Mm,
supposed to create my account over there. Correct?
yeah,
That's why I am going to enable or get inside their application. So the whatever the account they are supposed to create over there for me, they will give me username and they will align some random password, temporary password for me. Correct?
okay,
At the
yeah.
time of login, it will ask me to create your new password or confirm with new password. So
Mhm.
on that the new password side, I am giving that the same credential which I am having supported to my Okta account. After that practice, my account is created or profile is enabled in that application side. Okay.
Okay,
So the application team required some user information, which user you wanted to land in this application. Okay.
okay. Mm-hmm.
If the user is going to be land, so user is obviously land with his credentials, what he was trying to be having in that area, not with some other kind of credentials. Okay. So that is the thing.
Okay, so they will ask which user needs to be onboarded. So
The
they give the username or like email address. So they take email address and with
email,
what,
email address.
yeah, what
Yes, email
password they
address.
use, what password they use to create this account. The same password that is I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, okay, what my question was, so now I am outside the Okta.
Okay, you are
So
outside the Okta. Yes, I totally agreed.
yeah,
You are outside with Okta and you are
yeah,
accessing this application, click data.
yeah. So my question is, if I am supposed to log in
Mm.
outside the application, it should be prompted as login, like how like whenever we log
There are
into
two things.
application.
Right now in the click data application, you are not seeing this kind of button over there, SSO
Yeah.
login. Okay. Generally, the thing it is that in every application, there are two kinds of button. Like with
Mm,
the sign up or login. Okay, sign up with
mm,
the normal username password, or there is a
mm.
SSO login, like corporate one. Okay. So
Yeah.
the how these corporate guys are login, they are login with the SSO login. They just
Mm.
enter their email address and click next or submit button. They log
Ah,
in directly. Okay, this is how this is going to be work. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's what
this
my question.
mm,
So now how I can see that, like, okay, this is click data. How will I know that this application for my account is already integrated with Okta? So how will I know? Because say for example in the Facebook, if we go, it will prompt us, okay, do you want to log in with this Gmail account?
mm.
So if we click on that, it will log in. So in similar way, do I have that option that, okay, after entering the email address, do you want to authenticate via Okta or something like that? I mean,
So
you understand
that's
my point.
yeah, totally understand your point. Over here, it is that is the application practice. That is the application UI part. Okay. If you are
Okay.
supposed to, if your app client is saying that we are supposed to use this application and we wanted the wizard, like how this user is going to be authenticating, or it is mentioned like SSO login kind of activity, then we can see this kind of button. But right now, this application is not giving to us. Okay. Like I totally understand your point over there. Okay.
Okay,
The
one
point.
more thing. I mean, one more thing. I want just the thing is, whenever I just give the credential and password of my email address that is associated with the Okta account, and the password that we choose, like we choose that take the same as the Okta password. So only when I enter that password, it should authenticate. Otherwise, it shouldn't be authenticate. Is there any way that I
Correct.
can do that?
Yes. So the thing it is right now, the thing it is that might be that is to be or not might be basically there are some users with the same username,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Yeah,
But they are having different passwords, correct?
yeah,
So
correct.
how this application understand? Okay. So right now for application, your username it is to be that which you created for the username and password you are giving as for giving for this application. So that is the
Mm,
one understanding with the application. This is the one kind of user is going to understand. Second kind of this the things with the application and understanding that the username which is to be there, which is coming from some other area. Okay. And that user having some different password. Okay.
okay,
So this application understand this is the second user, not that the
okay,
same user. Okay. This is how right now the condition is going forward. Okay. So that app for you, it is making a dashboard. It is throwing you that in a way or signing you in a way by two users, not the single user. Okay.
oh,
Because you created your account two times. Two times means separate account you created for application and separate account you created for Okta. How
okay.
it is
But
to be there?
usually the
That,
same username won't be there for single application, right? So
hmm.
like the same username cannot be given. Like in any application, if you give the any I mean any username, it says it's already exist or something like that. We cannot have the same username for a single application, right?
Hmm. Same username for the single application, like
Uh,
same
I mean,
username. It is. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Go
I
ahead.
mean, if I log in with email address, if I give that email address, it's like it's the unique identifier. It's just me, that no one can have the same email address again or the same user name again for the single application. So that will be identified as as a unique identifier, right?
So that's why I was understanding from your end whether you are creating your account in the click data. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how could he take you ahead in that application with different password? I wanted to understand that practice. How that application understand that thing, this application or this password which you are trying to create your profile over here, it is telling you somewhere to confirm password or reset password or something. It asks you somewhere at the time of
No.
creation. No. Okay, that
No.
is fine. Okay. Generally the thing it is that is kind of practice is not going to be done. Okay, generally. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because you are entering with the domain,
Mm-hmm.
login with the
Yeah.
domain. Okay,
Yeah.
with your organization. So the password already been authenticated by this domain practice site. Somewhere it is stored. your username and the
Yeah.
password. Okay, somewhere it is stored. Okay, so that application also authenticating you from that area.
Okay.
Okay, similarly, Okta is doing that practice. Okta is also authenticating you from this domain area where it is exactly stored in your office database. You can say the server. Okay, they are taking the information of yours from that area. Okay, so that's why I'm a little bit concerned on that side. How it is to be there that two password is going to be work. It's
Yeah,
supposed.
exactly. Because I
Uh,
mean, it's completely useless in the case of if
yes,
this is
yes,
works, right?
yes.
Because if user can able to log in outside
Mm,
the Okta, then I mean,
mm.
what is the purpose? I mean, he can access anything,
Correct.
and the credential can be
It's
compromised.
not supposed, yeah, it's not supposed to be login with any kind of credentials. Okay,
Yeah.
might be, yeah, because that time whether you are creating any account or something, so how it is to be like how it is to be work. It is not going to be work because
Yeah, the same. It's like the email address is exactly the same that
yes.
veena.jagadish@lcddigital.com, and the same
Mm,
email
mm.
address that is given on the Okta as well. So if I give this email address, at least Click Data should identify that it is already been integrated with this particular domain.
Let me create my profile, then we can see. It's not supposed to be taking two kind of
Yeah, I
password.
was so
No.
confused. That's why, because what
Mm.
I assumed was once we integrate the
Even
other
even
credit.
e- I was thinking that you are supposed to creating. I was just okay. You see this kind of thing. This is the SSO. Okay,
One second.
that is the window where this application supports. It's saying that we are supporting Microsoft Google authentication. Okay, sign up
Yeah.
with Google or sign up with Mother. Okay, so for that practice, if like Revati having the Google account, okay, if she trying to access via the Google, so she will able to log in with the Google platform itself. Okay,
Hmm.
like I already assigned this application to Revati. Okay,
The it's my password that I had set before creating, like while I
for
was
this
creating the application.
application password, no?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So at the time of authentication with this Okta side, so what you selected the username and password. Okay,
Mm.
for your what you are having, not that the Okta one you proposed. Okay, so at that time you choose user set his username and the password. Okay, the first option you have selected, not that
But
the Okta one. So it's not taking you that the
no, no,
Okta side.
initially it was this one. Administrator set username and password.
Yeah,
Like the
that's why.
password is same as user's Okta password. This is what I said before. And
Hmm.
it is
Hmm.
showing the similar, I mean, same behavior. Even after setting the first option, it is showing the same behavior. I mean,
No,
I don't
it's not
see.
showing. It's not showing. Just go again on that application.
Okay, sign out.
I think now you used application password, right, Veena?
Yeah,
Yes.
I used
Then it
Yes.
works,
application.
right? Then it
Yes.
works.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
will.
the same. Yeah, it's not it not the same password of Okta, right?
Okay, but when I was set that one, even then it was working with my application password itself. So I that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any
Oh,
difference. So when
yeah,
I
it should
set
not work.
so when I set administrator set username, password is the same as user's Okta password. When I set this,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I tried login, it was working with my password that I set
Application
when I created.
password.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. So for
yeah.
both
Then
option, it is working like it is same. That's what I said. Even now, I can change now, edit, and
Mm.
now I'll change it to administrator set username. Password is the same as Okta's password. So I'm choosing this. Save. Okay.
It's not going to work with the Okta password.
Okay. Oh, that's what I did not understand. Why is it like why it is not working?
Previously how it is going to work, the thing it is at the time of integration with that application. Okay,
Okay.
just go there. Yeah. So that is authenticating you or landing you on that application by that credentials and this username and password. That is how this circulating that the information by the plugin to that application. Okay. Once that the again you are entering with this application by after sign out, the session is going to be disconnected on that area. So
Mm-hmm.
that application understand you at your username with the application password only, not authenticating by your the backend side. You're authenticating on that side. That's why I'm saying
Okay,
now it
so
is now your password is not going to work.
okay, so here I see, I mean, when on my application,
Mm-hmm,
this is what
mm-hmm,
I see. So,
mm-hmm.
username and password. I just want to understand which password is it. Mm,
This is your application password, not Okta password.
Yeah, yeah, this is application password, right?
Okay, so what you said over, what you mark over here, okay, for launch application, once you click, so
Okay.
just so once you click on that the launch application, so that will redirect to your that the application with your application credentials.
Okay.
The first time it will
Again.
ask you, first time it will ask you to enter with your email.
Okay.
Second time it will not ask you to enter your email and all. Actually, the thing it is what exact this application we did. I know where what exactly the pain area. This application did whether we are trying to accessing or creating our account with our username. This
Mm-hmm.
application is not taking our same credentials which we are having basically. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
it it's asking us to create a strong password according to the application's requirement. Okay,
Okay.
that's why on that time it takes the username, okay, with the domain specific, but the password it is stored in its memory or in its application side. What the password it is achieve or get by that the application. Okay, not
Okay.
from that the Okta side what we are passing or syncing our application. So
Okay.
that's for that understanding we wanted to make sure. Now if my password is already been taken care by that application side, so on the
Mm-hmm.
Okta side what we need to do, we are supposed to assign that user in a way that user should set his username and password. Okay, so user, if your user is going to authenticate or integrated that application for the first time, okay,
Okay.
right now you can do one thing. You can delete this application from the Okta side and create again click data SW application and use that the first format. Okay,
Okay.
username set username and password. So in
Okay.
that time it will ask you the username and the password. So password side you can enter the application password on that time. Okay, not
Okay.
exactly that the Okta side. So it will work. So
Okay.
that is the problem from that the application side because they set password policies over there, such kind of requirement over there. But for some of that application, that is the only this application. If we
Mhm.
go ahead with some other kind of application like drop data, okay, Dropbox, sorry. On the Dropbox side, if we are doing certain kind of SML kind of integration, so it will not ask us said certain
Okay.
kind of activities.
Tomorrow we can try that on this Zendesk. Can we just try something?
Yeah, Zendex you can try it on tomorrow, no problem. Or either for this area, click data you can suppose to work. That will also work. Okay, no
Okay.
problem about
Mm,
that.
okay.
Okay, just try it from that side what I told to you. And that second thing, just Zendex kind of activity you can do. Okay, that will also work. Even
Okay.
from that, the Dropbox also you can try this SW if it is possible. I think that is having or not, I can check.
Oh,
You can
oh.
check also from your end. Okay.
Yeah, let me check it. Okay.
This is a very short kind of authentication methodology that is not quite complicated for it will take too much time. This is a
Mm.
only 2 minutes kind of activity, but somehow that application doesn't take our credentials in a sync manner. That's why we need to change it from our IDP area. So, but at the time we are not changing from the IDP area, that's why it becoming an ambiguity. Which password I am going to try? Okay, that is the
Mm,
major issue. Okay, we can check tomorrow. No problem with that part. Okay.